Guys, can we give a round of applause to EA? Let's just I don't know if you guys can hear my claps, but let's just give a round of applause to EA, man. Wow. Round of applause, EA. Wow, what a company you guys are. Wow. Wow. You know what's really funny, right? You do a gameplay rant. You talk about all the bads in the game. Guys, I apologize in advance because I think when they watch the rant videos, they actually go in the opposite direction of the rant videos, so that you can stay in the menus more and spend on more FIFA points and spend on more packs. Because this gameplay that we got after the patch, this is a publicity stunt at this point. This is a publicity stunt. I might actually have to get a dual PC set up just to play FIFA, which is a game that doesn't even require that much from your computer to play, just so that I can create content on it, right? While playing and creating content, because I have two different gameplays, not two different gameplays, two different days of me playing this game. One was yesterday when I was doing the Bastoni review, and then today was me trying out this team on PC that's basically like a new Road to Glory, because guys, I got Team of the Year Messi on my RTG account on console, and you guys know that last episode was probably, I don't even know how long ago what it was. It was Team of the Year Messi was the last video, and in that video I'm talking about how bad the gameplay is. Bro, how bad the gameplay is over there with this new patch, with all these new animations that EA added. I don't know where their heads are at, man. I don't know where their heads are at, bro. I'm not gonna get super angry because they're actually useless. Like, their gameplay dev team is actually useless. I don't mean to be that toxic type of person, but useless. I don't know who asked for these changes. And you know what's really funny is that as I was talking about the patch, the new patch coming out, in the video you can hear me literally laugh at the stuff that they changed. Adding emphasis to defending, adding emphasis to attacks, new animations on the dribble. Your gameplay is already inconsistent. I played in bad gameplay more than good, especially on console, because on PC at least it feels slightly better, right? You're gonna see the two different gameplays, but you add
One more
more
to 2
animations,
years.
knowing that inconsistent gameplay is a thing in your game. Guys, this game with bad gameplay, and now
Guys, everything he said here is absolutely correct. Since the patch on the recent patch, you know how it is, right? Everybody's dealing with this. Since the recent patch with the updated animations, it's even heavier this game. So everything so far is correct.
added animations of emphasis is insane to me, man. This patch, guys, you actually have to play like a rat now to play it. If you are playing this game right now, you have to be a rat to play it, because the tactics and formations that I tried to use before, guys, you have to rely on defensive AI like crazy. Manually using them is chalked, bro. It's actually disgusting to use them at all. Because the new jockey thing that even before the patch came out, I was like, why are they so addicted to adding emphasis, right? You have to rely on defensive AI like crazy. Guys, if you play authentic football, you're just gonna do it with the knowledge that you will concede the same push up against my defender's goals all the time. You're doing it with the common knowledge that you will be conceding those goals. You will be conceding those goals because they love to make this game more defensive, more AI heavy. Most of the defensive plays that happens within your team is from your AI. When I'm playing on the PC, like the next day, I had to use A9's skills 4-2-3-1. Even he's saying in the video.
What Vibe just said in the chat as well. Since the patch on, what day was it, last week? I actually agree. I can't play this game even without using R1 now. Since the recent update, if I don't hold R1, I can't even like move left and right with the player that's on the ball. It's horrendous. The left stick is completely gone now.
No one asked for the patch.
So bad.
He's playing the game. He knows what those
So
game
bad,
players feel
bro.
like. Or you most likely play on console. So I'm like, okay, I got to search a new tactic because let me see what the meta is. But guys, I know what the meta is because as I'm playing it, I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? You think if someone, this is the problem with the community, right? You think if someone teaches a formation and tactic, you think that makes a difference? No. This is the second day of me playing a game, and it was every single game. Every single game, if you face someone who is quote unquote competent at the game, because you're a rat, right? Because guys, even before this patch, I would say I'm at like a 65-70% rat capacity because the base mechanics suck, right? So that's where I'm at. I would call myself a 65-75% because some of the stuff I do in the reviews complete trash, but you have to in this game, right? But in this game right now, after this patch, bro, you have to be a full rat. You have to be a full rat. You have to be a full rat because it has to. There's no you.
I agree with him. Before the patch, I was mixing up my teams and stuff, and I said this the other day when I was playing Foot Champs. I think it was on, what day was it? Sunday. I was complaining the whole time I was playing Foot Champs about how it's impossible to not use top tier meta players now. If you are competitive and you play this game, it is now impossible to use fun teams. And the Pentas put out a tweet the other night. I responded to the tweet because you guys know me as content. Like, I'm definitely one to try out different players and do this thing. It's almost impossible now everywhere to not use the full meta players that you have. Where is Nep's tweet here? Okay, one answer only. FC24 is a much better game when you don't take it seriously, you run full meta team and tactics, you don't play it. Okay? My answer is C. A and B is impossible, right? A and B for me is impossible because I'm competitive when I play games. I want to win, right? B, in my opinion, he says FC24 is a much better game when you run. Okay, I thought he said B was you don't run a full meta team, right? But that's also true. The only way to enjoy this game is B, right? Because when I've tried to not use meta teams, and I did this a lot last year. Anyone who watched me last year, I changed my team every day except Dino. Dino was there every day, but it's almost impossible this year. If I wanted to go into play like Elite Division right now with even like let's be honest, like my team right now, like let's talk about not top tier meta players. Like Karchawi's top tier meta, right? If I put Rolfo at left back, she's not top tier meta at left back. You could argue at center mid. We don't have the upgrade yet, so don't keep that in mind. It's almost impossible. I'm sure I would almost lose almost every game. And even playing this weekend league, when I had Correa until I had the full upgrade, I had him as an 88 with what, a 5-star, or 5-star week for whatever, right? Because I didn't have Timo Werner, bro. I was suffering. I was absolutely suffering not having Timo Werner this weekend because he's full meta, 5-star weak foot, freaking 100,000 pace. Not to mention, how about these guys I play in the week that have Mia Hamm, Team of the Year, and Team of the Year Messi? Let's see how they perform without those two cards, because that's full meta. I don't have any of those players. Who do I have this on that tier? Who in my team right now is on the tier of Team of the Year Messi and Mia Hamm, Team of the Year? Do I have anyone? Like, all jokes aside, I'm not even gonna say Jota. Like, for me, because I'm not even gonna say that. Like, I don't even know who I have in my team that's on that level, dude. You know, is Maldini on the same level as a VVD Team of the Year? Is Maldini a full top 2 meta player in the game? No, he's not. Maybe Cafu? Cafu would be maybe the only guy on my team. Like, Vieira's great, right? Vieira is absolutely amazing, his aura, but is it Team of the Year Vieira, right? When you use those cards, bro, I'm telling you, that's where I don't feel bad for people with those players, but once you go use those players, I would say in this year's game, because this is the actual primary issue. Whatever Inception says, I know Inception makes a rant video every week and I react to it, and then you got other people that are in the community salty about it, salty that we get views, salty. You know, that's the thing I'll never understand, just as a side thing from this community, because my chat was telling me a couple weeks ago there was some dude who was pissed off that me and Inception make these videos, right? All right, well, why don't you do you, bro? All right? Because this is none of your business, right? And we make these videos because we care a lot about this game, right? And so that's why I always watch these videos about Inception, because I value what he has to say, right? And, you know, at the end of the day, it's the same thing. I had somebody make a Twitter thread on me. I don't know. I think other people maybe have opinions. It's fine to have other opinions. At the same point, is there jealousy? I don't know, right? Because we make these videos, a lot of people watch them. But the premise of making these videos is that we have ideas, you know, that we really want to share about this game. My idea of what's wrong with this game, what is the most wrong of this game? You guys know me. Like, over the years, I've always complained about gameplay speed. The thing that's the most wrong with this game is the AI. The AI this year. And people will say, oh, well, it's impossible to defend when some of those R1 dribbling next to me. That's because you're controlling your player. Guys, when you play this game against Team of the Year Vieira, Team of the Year Jude, the only way you can move in this game in the top division is you are literally required to hold the meta button of R1. And it is so much switching, so much backwards to go forwards, right? You are so... When you play this game this year, you feel like you have nowhere to go. Like, absolutely nowhere. Like, there is no space, no ability to play quickly through the middle. You really have to play so slow this year because the AI just occupies these, like... And I don't know if it's play styles. I don't know if EA went on crack on these play styles. You know, and like now all these players have 10 play styles, and you know, every time you get in their like 10 meter aura, like they're sticking their leg out to get the ball, like they have like these, I don't know, dude. It's one of those where for me that is the core of what is most wrong in this game. The absolute AI, the way they occupy the pitch when you play, like the whole time, it's so crazy. You have no space. If you watch me any of the videos, and the viewers know this, when you watch me play eFootball, holy crap. Yes, does the game look like it's from 20 years ago? Yes, do they release icons and it's pay to win and you got to pay $50 to get a player that looks like a zombie in the game because they don't have an updated graphics. But oh my God, man, have you guys seen this game, bro? When you play this game, how open it is in the middle. Now, eFootball, they have a problem with the defensive AI. The center backs in that game are actually, believe it or not, they're crazier than FIFA center backs. I swear to God. But the reason why the game is more enjoyable is because the midfield has space. There's not this thing where we have in FIFA where like the midfielders. How many times you play against Mbappe and he's defending like he's a prime Maldini? They don't have that in that game. The attackers, the midfielders don't really defend that well unless it's like Rijkaard, Vieira, those players, right? The center backs in that game are crazy, but you can still compensate. And we're going to be done with this yap. Sorry. That game is not enjoyable. What a L take. It's enjoyable in the sense that if you would like to play a football video game, you have space in the midfield to go and go quickly. If you watch me play that game, I posted a goal on Instagram like 2 weeks ago of it. You can go from the back to the front in like 6 seconds, bro. Just passing through the middle. You can't really do that in FIFA. The only ratty shit you can do in FIFA to get from the back to the front really quickly is you got to player lock a winger and just send them on some crazy dumbass long ball pass plus. You'll see the icon pop up and your player makes such a ridiculous pass that the ball goes off camera for like 3 seconds. That's the only way. That's like there's none of that other. That's all I'm saying. That's the only, so
uniqueness. Don't come to me with
back
skill.
To the show.
They do all of these adjustments, but I still got to deal with step over acceleration. I still got to deal with ball roll into tree. Like I have to still deal with FIFA mechanics, but you guys do adjustments to attacking without base mechanics being changed. Well, base mechanics have been changed because they've added more animations, publicity stunts. New gen is a publicity stunts, bro. It's chalked. I'm telling you, the new gen is chalked, man. Oh my goodness, guys. I have to do reviews for these players, and guys, I really held myself back this year from doing transfer market reviews. Like the reviews that would have been good is Future Stars if I did them in the moment, Thunderstruck, Winter Wildcard. Like all of those reviews would have been worth doing. But like then I think of the gameplay and I'm like, dude, I have to get like a dual PC setup. I like so much sacrifice I have to do. I can't even play divisions normally. I have to maintain the lower division because if I want to do reviews on the weekend and I'm done my Foot Champs games, I have no other game mode to play because I can't replay Foot Champs, and they don't add a good friendly mode that is at the very if they had a skill-based matchmaking, great, but at least I could find games in it, right? Guys, I have to maintain like what, Division 5 maybe? Once I'm done my Foot Champs games, once I'm done the qualifications to find a match because it takes forever. I have recordings. You guys want me to prove it to you? I literally have a just in case alert if people think I'm spitting nonsense right now. I have to do so much sacrifice just to play the game normally. You know what happens when I go play Warzone and I go play Resurgence? I play ranked Resurgence. Right now I'm Diamond, I think it's Diamond 1 or 3. I don't know. It's the 5400 SR, right? And at 5400 SR, it gets really, really sweaty. Like you're facing people that are top 250. I'm not even joking. I actually joined a lobby and Symphony and stuff were in it, right? So you start to get into those like really sweaty lobbies. So it's like, okay, if I'm not, playing with friends who are super insane in the game, right? Because I'm not super insane in the game. You need to have like people who carry you basically because it's hard to play that game now. People are sweaty like crazy. They're just good, right? Okay, great. I'll go play Resurgence. I'll go play trios. I'll go play duos. I'll go play this. And we have none of that in FIFA. Oh, you have your competitive modes that you just finished? Okay, stay in the menus and go spend money on our packs. Bro, so much like to do player reviews, I have to like literally go out of my way to do these player reviews. And I have to like find the cutoff in divisions to see like where it is that people remained relegated because no one promotes. Hopefully, I do now because of the new rewards, obviously. But no one promotes. I still don't think they're going to promote, guys, because I still think people want to do the friendlies as easy as possible. To be honest, they don't want to sweat it out. But this gameplay, man, extra animations. If I play during the daytime, especially on console, especially guys on PC, don't get me wrong, it's bad there sometimes. There was a day I played on Saturday 2 or 3 weeks ago to do reviews, and I was like, this is horrible, right? But if that was horrible on the PC, on the console, unimaginable, bro. Unimaginable. All these extra animations. If I play during the daytime right now for Foot Birthday, I'm chalked. I'm physically, mentally, I'm chalked, man. I'm chalked. I'm completely chalked, bro. I have to do my absolute best to make my editing easier. I have to do my absolute best to not talk about how terrible this gameplay is. It is now tied for FIFA 19 with worst football game I've ever played. It's tied. The only reason why 19
it's worse than
is
19.
being carried that much because that game was a circus game with all the flick ups into the crosses, into the bicycle kicks, into the 180 shots. Those specific actual base mechanics is what's making that game still remain at the top with this game. But this game is just a nothing game, bro. I almost feel like I'm playing the new gen version of FIFA the first time that EA created it, when it was a nothing game during that time period too. So congratulations to EA. They have succeeded in pushing this game as far as possible into not full meta, but absolute full meta.
Just to be able to do basic things.
So congratulations.
Which theoretically, business-wise, EA are really smart this year because we saw even with their first quarter stats, like the users on this game are down and they're making way more money because they released $50 store packs, right? The top meta this year, you will be so much better at this game if you have the pure top meta cards. They have made pay to win now. I mean, it increases every year because people come in the chat and they're saying, yo, you say this is more pay to win than last year, but it's happening every year. What does that mean for next year? I don't want to see. What I will also say as well, there's two parts to this. What he's saying is true. Also, at the end of the day, what we do, man, playing FIFA for a living, it is a lot better than most jobs, as shit as this job is. The problem and where I will agree with Inception for what he does, he is specifically doing gameplay for a living, right? So for a guy that really cares about responsiveness, I do feel bad for him. His job is still better than most people doing a player review instead of doing something for 12 hours a day that is just fucking terrible. If it's all relative, it is still better as a job, even in the terrible conditions of as is. But what I do understand that probably drives him crazy, though, is that he's like a purist for the gameplay. And so for him he wants to not be complaining and crying about the game as bad as it is, and it's probably driving him crazy inside as he records the video. That's my little
What I'm going to show you guys right now
situational for sure.
is gameplay of me.
We've got the
winning
files
my
coming
game,
up though. Here
not
we go.
enjoying the general experience, because the general experience for me has been dead since FIFA 17. Like that was the last year for me. That was like playing the game normally. Now it's just content creation, right? That's all it is. If I do a tactic video, it's just content creation. But you know how I truly feel, right? But this is you guys will see the first initial clips, and then you'll see a different abbreviation at the top left because it's my PC account, and you guys will still see me be upset, right? But it's just a little bit more playable on the PC. Like it's funny because I played today and the controls are not like crazy one-to-one, but you'll be able to see some sharp touches sometimes with the players on PC compared to console. On console, guys, it's shocked, man. I have to figure out a way. I might have to get like a second computer, run a dual PC setup, because I need to be able to record and edit while playing the game. And it's hard to do that when you're on just one PC, because you can't play this game borderless windowed, because the PC version of EAFC is still completely chalked. The optimization is down in the gutter as well, right? It's literally, I don't even think they care about the optimization on PC.
Nope.
But I'm just gonna show you guys these clips and we'll go from there, okay?
Yo, how?
This is the gameplay that we have after the patch. Congratulations.
Yo, I gotta
you
slow
guys,
this down because
you
this
guys know
looks
how
like
to
he's playing 100
progressively
miles
make
per
your
hour
game
here.
worse than it already is. Congratulations, man. I love this. I'm just gonna show you guys these clips and we'll go from there, okay?
Look at yo. Look at it. Oh, you saw how heavy that was? Oh my god.
Congratulations, EA. You guys know how to progressively make your game worse than it already is. Congratulations, man. I love this slow, emphasized, absolute garbage. My favorite. This company's absolutely useless. Get a new gameplay team. I'm being serious. Did you guys see all of those emphasis touches that the players have to do there? All that extra garbage nonsense that these players do now? Are you guys actually dumb? Wow, man. Emphasis FC, man. Jesus. That's a 10 and he won't call it. He won't call it, man.
Yo, just watch his face when he plays this game. Look at him, chat. He's devastated, bro.
Oh, dude. 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 It's like...
He looks like all of us. This guy kills me, bro. Look at him.
Oh my god, I can already tell from kickoff it's horrible. Guys, every touch is emphasized. It's done. Like, it's over, bro. This is so fucking emphasized, man. Guys, I'm using bronze players, man.
Oh, the slowdown, crazy too. What a ball.
The extra touches, like I don't know what, I don't know. I have to use like I have to use like it's
Mador Inception.
He's taking an extra touch there, guys. Like I don't know what's happening. Oh my god. This is horrible, guys. This game's horrible. This one. It's the worst. I'm stuttering so much because I'm mind blown on how it's possible for this horrendous company to make a game that's already bad worse. I don't know who asked for that jockey. I'm stuttering, bro. I'm literally stuttering because I don't have the words, bro. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. It feels horrible to play this game, dude.
His AI would win that all day. I'm telling you. Yo.
Oh, man.
I've been having this problem post-patch since they did it last week where I'm tackling and it's like double doing animations because it's so slow now. So like I tackle and it's
cringe,
just brutal.
man.
I pass the ball right away.
Guys,
it's like I'm stuck on every animation
bus,
recently,
the
dude.
players are so slow, so emphasized. There's no attacking AI, bro. It's actually like if I didn't have to do cutbacks before, I definitely have to do them way more now. This is Vergonia, man. Oh wow, I don't have the words, man. I don't have the words.
Organic chemistry still sucks.
Oh, that was so emphasized. What was that shot?
That's the only like open play I'll be able to score, man. I can't. No, it's done. 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 This is brainless football. This is brainless football. It's done.
He's had enough.
Done. Oh man, I have to do reviews in a game that's brainless. Wow. I don't have the words for him. It was already one of the worst football games I've ever played before, but now holy wow, dude. Wow. How
Nelson,
how
congrats,
is this
bro.
possible? How do you guys what I don't what a goal by me. I just he has to use a park the bus tactic. And if he uses the park the bus tactic, I myself will not have any attacking AI. No attacking AI, and if he activates any sort of pressure, with how slow and emphasized it is right now, just I have to do Mortal Kombat stuff. No movement, no authentic plays. And this is a guy that's not parking the bus, man. He's not parking the bus, and there's nothing. There's nothing, bro. He's not parking the bus, and there's nothing. You have to play like a rat to play this game now, like 100%. It's just counterattacks and just and park the bus and like, what are we talking about here, man? Oh man, so tired of scoring these same patterns, man. It's not skill, dude. It's not. And the only reason why I'm able to score these goals against this guy is because he's not parking it, man. This is like, my mind is blown right now. You want to know how bad the PC is, bro? Listen to my audio in this. I didn't even notice it did this. I had no idea it did this. I had no idea. Listen to the audio. I'm gonna try to lower it as much as possible just so you can hear the stuff that I say in it, okay? But look at what it did to my audio. We'll take that. Guys, this gameplay patches has made this game equal to FIFA 19 in regards to what worst football game I've ever played. It's equal now. The only reason why FIFA 19 is carrying so hard in the worst football game ever made debate is because of the types of goals that were scored in that game, the 180 no scopes and all the nonsense, like the circus act, right? But I don't know. The gameplay devs who work on this game, I have no words for you, honestly. I have no words. I don't know who asked for this patch. Your game was already bad before, you just made it significantly worse. Congratulations. It makes no sense to me.
Oh, so heavy. That's what I've been dealing with, though. You see that, chat?
You see, like, all the extra
So heavy,
animations
bro.
that they've added? Like, they've added more animations on top of the bad game, and I can't even intercept that because I don't have intercept plus for an attacker. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Worst attacking AI ever. Oh my god.
Now the first
Disgusting.
touches are done now.
I'm doing step overs when I never intended to do step overs. Everyone's gonna be parking the bus hardcore nowadays.
Nah, look
No
at his
attacking
team,
AI,
bro.
just, like,
Dude,
it's
it's
just a
so
nothing game.
bad,
Like,
the
you're
AI.
clueless, man.
No space, bro, at all.
It gets cut out anyways. But he has to park that bus, man. He has to hold on to it. I have to do 180 no scope. Hold on, bro. Mortal Kombat's on. Mortal Kombat's on, guys. Mortal Kombat's on. I have to play Mortal Kombat, guys. Can't play football anymore in this game. I'll take that. Cool. I have to do Mortal Kombat stuff, guys. This game's cooked now, man.
31
cooked.
months
It
of
was
riding
cooked
is
before.
crazy. I fear
have
I
to
may need to
play-
go to the hospital
I was
very
trying
soon.
out my like more authentic tactics before. I have to play like an actual AI. I have to play like a rat to have to play this game now. It's I have no words, man. Manual keeping, we'll take that.
Cold Inception.
Oh my goodness gracious, dude.
I mean, you guys are a part of the problem. You said yourself that there are better foot games out there. Yet here you are watching FC rather than even playing a better game. There's no money in it. Whose fault is that? Stackhouse, let me tell you something, man. Unfortunately, we don't really have. I'll tell you two things to what you just said. We don't really have a lot of other games to play, man, at the moment. So we're kind of stuck here. And here's the issue here with this game, right? The way that our community is ran. We have a divided community of creators, right? And the issue here is that we've got a group of ex-creators that will not say everything they need to be saying about this game. And we've got Y creators about people that say what they need to say about this game. And with anything in life, if there's no counter, you have an absolute, like, somewhat monopoly over what's being poured into viewers' minds, correct? So the issue here with what you're saying is that if people like Inception and me and other people, and people are going to say it's not that deep, it is that deep, because if there's certain creators that are not around calling it how it is, right? You've got golden boys, and you've got complainers, right? So that's how we are from the outside. The problem is if the complainers don't exist, there is going to be way less, I wouldn't say necessarily propaganda is the word, but there's going to be way less drawback on how dog shit the product actually is. So this would go with anything in real life. You need to have both sides. If both sides don't exist, it's going to be extremely bad. Let's just play simple words. Extremely bad. It's not good, bro. If there's not people calling it from, you know, I'm not even saying there's anything wrong with the other side. I'm saying if there's not the complainer side of things, bro, it's even worse. It's even worse if there's not, right? Because there's no accountability then for how bad the product really is, in my opinion. Your opinion might be different. Yes, I am a part of the complainers, and maybe I am a part of the problem. But I always say this, bro. We've got one other football game right now, and tell me right now, I want you to seriously tell me if you know anything about this community. You tell me any other person in this community that is actually playing that game weekly, that has graphics that make the players look like zombies. But I still play it every week. I still play it every week. It's a game that looks like it's from 1988, and I still play it every single week. I play it, bro. Tell me right now, bro, anyone else that's playing one other football game, right? So at the same point, yes, I am potentially, you know, in the eyes of many, someone that's still here, but Well, I wouldn't say Kurt is the only one with the actual balls. I think I have said a lot of shit over the years towards this company. The only difference between Kurt and I, with all due respect, because I really like him, he spit on a scarf and had beef with an EA employee. I never had proper beef with an EA employee to the point where I made the EA employee so mad that they had to go tattletale on daddy at EA, all right, to go personally ban him for a lifetime. That's the only difference really between me and him. At the same point, I also never went to a pro event like Kurt, and he did some crazy shit at an event too. So I never played pro FIFA. That's another difference between me and him. At the other time, at the same point, I feel like I've been more than critical over the years of what EA does good and what EA does bad, right? I always call it how it is. Like last week, I thought EA did a really good change with the rewards. It doesn't change the fact that pretty much this is so on brand for EA. They do one good thing and then 10 bad things, right? Because the day after that EA had the good rewards change, or around the same time, we had probably the worst patch we've had all year. Everybody's stuck in mud. I've seen it all over my chat, all over the community. The game is 10 times heavier since last week, and it was already heavy. So, brother, it is what it is, man. There's just importance, though, in my opinion, on any gaming community. This is also, by the way, what we have in the FIFA community is pretty much a thing in almost every community in gaming, at least to my understanding. I see it in the Call of Duty community. There are some that are behind the paywall of Activision. There's others behind not that paywall or not the benefits of going to events. They call out a lot. Call of Duty is very similar to what we have right now because Call of Duty is in the same trend at the moment of where FIFA has gone recently. This almost exists in every single community, and it's important to have, bro. It's very important to have. If you don't have it, no good. It's not good. You know why it's not good? Because in the communities that it doesn't exist or it exists less, it's actually bad for the consumer and the viewer because in my opinion, there's a way less likely chance that things actually get improved. I do personally believe that some things I have said towards EA over the last few years have actually worked. Crazy to say that. Now, nothing I have said gameplay-wise has changed towards EA. It's very interesting. EA content team seems to like me. EA gameplay team does not seem to like me. And I think it's because Inception and I continuously are talking about these videos where we call it the worst game of all time. We call the creators of the gameplay absolute bozos that have no knowledge, right? So pretty much, I think they've taken it personally where they're trying to make the game entirely different than what we tell them to do. If you think about it over the patches and stuff, they've made finesse shots, right? No one asked for that. Trivelas, no one asked for that, right? Like all this stuff, right? They just done the opposite, right? Of anything that actually had some sort of skill, and they've just resorted more and more defensively. And at this point, it's been established to me that the gameplay team has an incredible fetish for defending. I know 100% they are sitting there watching Burnley, watching Atletico Madrid on their weekends, and not watching real football teams like Real Madrid, Barcelona. They're watching pathetic football. And besides that, the content team over the years has seemingly listened to me when I have talked to them. I've been responsible for a couple weekend league extensions for the chat now. So it seems divided there as well. But either way, you know, I'm just going to keep trying, right? And, you know, something, no, I'm done with this waffle. I'm done with this waffle because I'm going to keep going. I disagree with you. I think the defending is horrible. Well, the problem with the defending is that the AI is really good. The manual defending is not good. The manual defending is not too good. That's really the issue. But the problem with the football game community too is we don't even have a competitor, you know? Like eFootball as well has been in free fall. That game, I've been playing eFootball. I played on my I played PES on my PSP growing up. I got back into it in 2020 during COVID. And I actually thought they made a couple good improvements in 2022, but that game has gotten continuously worse in the last 2 years as well. So, I don't know. And people always ask me, what are you looking for then in a football game? Space, speed of play, manual ability, right? Because when you play games like FORTNITE, you feel like you're really improving. I don't feel like I improve in EAFC. And I think that players could improve this year based on learning very ratty tactics, using full meta players, and learning BS skill moves. Like that's really, if you are improving at this game, you're improving because of those three things. You're not improving because you are, like, I don't even know the word for it, like outskilling someone with football sense, right? Which is the issue. We've had moments of it in the past, but the skill, there, people that say there's no skill involved in this game, which is what I say as well, sometimes when I'm very angry, that's not a true statement. There is skill involved in this game. The problem is The skill that is involved in this game is mastering the wrong type of skill. It's not a skill in the sense that you're truly improving or better than somebody. It's because you're actually playing the skill of a certain really toxic and unrealistic and just bad. It's just bad. Let's use simple words. Just bad. You're mastering a bad skill. You're mastering cutbacks. You're mastering switches. You're mastering it's like, but I really, guys, honestly, we're 21 minutes into this Inception rant video, and I'm not gonna watch anymore, because there's two reasons why. Number one, I don't need to hear anything more. I just do agree with him. I think this patch was the worst patch we've had all year. I have been playing for 5 days now. I don't feel like my gameplay is actually that bad with server wise. The actual animation delay I am seeing, right, on my screen. Let's just call it how it is as well. For me to be getting 14 wins, sweating for my life, for Boris Legend, from hearing from my viewers, who's getting 14 wins 2 weekends in a row, or something like that, like, that alone is really concerning. Really, like, that is very concerning, and I know that this chat for a part-time job enjoys telling me that I sell and stuff. It's a problem. Like, that is a serious problem in this game. You know, some people will say we are finished. I think it's a bit ridiculous, man. I know how talented Boris is, man. You know, like, and the one thing I enjoy about Boris is, like, I feel like he's always trying to play, like, somewhat the right way. Yes, obviously, you know, Inception is saying a lot of facts here, and he's even going to the dark side. You're seeing this guy do L1 Mortal Kombat, heals, right? This game requires you to play this way. There's no more ability to play. There's no more. And for me, this is why I saw it from Nepenthes' tweet the other night. The only fun part I have about this game is doing evolutions. That is the only fun part. And I will take you back just to show you how incompetent EA is. I actually really enjoyed myself last year playing FIFA 23 against the Bulls, against Meat Pain. Yes, you still had Mortal Kombat. I actually really enjoyed those games. I didn't think FIFA 23 was a good game, but I enjoyed that I felt like I could play with a certain level of speed last year, and there was some skill involved. Whereas this year, it's crazy to me that someone is getting paid a salary at EA to actually make the finishing, I would say, about half, if not 75% worse than it was last year. Last year was one of the best years we've had in finishing of all time in FIFAs. The ball usually went in at most near far post if you got to the right angle. I feel like for some reason EA kind of resorted back this year and made keeper movement. I feel like keepers are moving at 90% speed now compared to last year. I don't know what's going on with this game. This game, bro, it's a shame because I think all of us have been dealing with this unenjoyment of new gens the second it released, right? We go to the first 2 years. What other video game? Can you imagine if Call of Duty released a new gen version and for 2 or 3 years of the first release of that, you had the whole entire COD community going back and playing an old gen version? What is that? Imagine if Fortnite, right? We're talking really lucrative, rich companies released a new gen version on PC and PS5 and the whole entire community went back to play an old gen version. So that's where we were for the first 2 or 3 years of this new gen project, right? Then we actually stumble upon last year, which I perceive to be the best year of new gen we've had, right? Overall, in terms of gameplay. And then one of the only companies in the world that would be possible to go ahead and then just decide to make the game back to square one. Terrible. Not even square one, less than square one, because Inception said he's got this tied for FIFA 19, where I understand what he's talking about with the no scopes and all that stuff. I would put this lower than FIFA 19. The reason I would put this lower than FIFA 19 is that I believe FIFA 19 had a higher skill gap than this game, because this game is so dependent on the high AI in this game. And the AI was very high in 19, but not like this. Not like this year. You know? And at least in 19, the one thing I would say about 19, the speed you could actually play at, there's no more speed in this game, bro. No more. The only way, as I said, to get from the back to the front, you got to have a player like Xavi with the long ball pass plus. You got to player lock your winger. You have to make the perfect run against the back line because every defender is very fast. And you have to launch some not realistic 80-yard pass. That's the only way you can get that fast up there. I'm telling you. There's no tactics that can save you. It's just, yeah, I really agree with him, you know? And it the way for me that I'm enjoying this game and the way that I wake up and play this game every day, There's 3 reasons, right? Sense of duty to the chat. Number 2, grind out evolutions. And number 3, the menus. I think the content team this year has saved this game. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this game? I'm going to tell you this right now, because this year we've had more objectives, more things to do than we've ever had before in a FIFA. Can you imagine if there wasn't daily play? Can you imagine if there wasn't a daily login? Can you imagine if there wasn't updated rivals rewards? Can you imagine if there wasn't updated foot champs rewards right now? Can you imagine if there wasn't exchanges? Can you imagine if there wasn't a full birthday promo out right now? Can you imagine this state of this game if we just put the gameplay right there with no packs to grind for? Because at the end of the day, the only reason any of us are still playing this game is to get the weekly rewards, to hit the casino with EA, to try and pray we get some of these crazy cards. Can you imagine where the state of this game would be? Oh my God. Oh my God. No, I'm telling you right now, no one would play this game. Nobody, bro. Nobody. Not even the guys that I see in my chat that when I'm dealing with the worst gameplay of all, that are on their knees for EA. There's no way those people could even defend them, bro. I'm telling you, I think most people are all still doing it for those reasons, you know? So it's really a shame, you know? It's really a shame. And that's gonna be where we're gonna end this section. Okay. Done. It actually makes me sad to see Inception be like this, because I know him as a person and he's not really this way. I feel bad for him, bro. All right, I do feel bad for him. At the end of the day, regardless of this, to the people saying grown man in the chat, by the way, don't you forget, I'm one of the only people that appreciates how lucky I am to sit here, wake up, and do this for a job every day. My job is better than most jobs in the entire world. What I do is easier than most jobs in the world. Yes, it can be taxing at times. Yes, there's some days I don't want to do it. Yes, some days I'm tired. At the end of the day, though, you know what? To wake up every day, really not have a boss besides the chat. All right, I could be late, I could be early. My job is nothing compared to other jobs. It doesn't still take away from the fact that the points that were mentioned in the video are all still extremely valid. They're all still valid, right? They are all still very valid, because I will explain to you as well, there is a very large difference between some years when you play this game. For example, let's use last year where you could see on stream, I'm much happier to play this game than I am this year, right? That sucks. I guess with anything in life, some years with your job and sometimes with people's jobs, every year is terrible, right? Maybe you just hate your job for your entire life. I mean, that would really suck, but that's the reality. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make the money. I think what he's alluding to, though, is very accurate. You know, I think the toughest part about me, and this will be my last point that I make here, I think it's easier to play this game just starting off FC 24 this year or FIFA 23. I think a lot of the problem with many of the frustrations of many of us in the community is that we have played so many FIFAs that were actually playable. And it's kind of like you give, it's kind of like a little kid who's going into a candy shop after school, paying for the candy, and then the person working at the shop just takes the candy away and says, you can't have the candy anymore. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing, because at the same time, we've seen years before where we have felt like we've had our candy and EA takes it away and releases a product after we paid for it. This 10 times worse. So, you know what? No more candy for us, bro. It's all over for us. Not only do I feel bad for him, but I get reminded, I get out of my denial stage of where the state of this game is, and I realize how bad it is. And it's not healthy for me as a streamer, because then I'm not going to stream this game, and I'm going to play P football, and I will not be here. So we will still be here for every Inception reaction video, but whether we will make it through them all or not, that's a different question.